been that hard. I want to start out by saying that it shouldn't have been that hard. 108 to 107 shouldn't have been that hard. Beating the Hawks with no Trae Young, and we only did it by a point. It should not be that hard. Yes, 10 wins in a row, clippity clap, hooray, awesome. It should not have been that hard. It was Jacques Vaughn trying to literally throw the game away, with Kyrie Irving literally trying to shoot us out of the friggin' game. Thank God we survived. If it wasn't for DeJounte Murray clearly being fouled and them not calling it because we have superstars and they have all-stars. Thank God we escaped. Welcome back to Nets. Welcome back to Nets. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Sever the Bond. I get I'm supposed to be on here doing a little trumpet. Totally understand that. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I don't care. I'm leaving it. Because I'm sick of it. That man wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. And Jacques Vaughn has the nerve. Jacques Vaughn has the audacity, not the the audacity to have Seth Curry and Patty Mills out there at the exact same time and just watch the dwindle and dwindle and dwindle while them bums is out there getting slaughtered. They're out there getting slaughtered in mathematics class. And I'm sick of it. Why? Of all the times to tinker with the starting, with your lineup, why is tonight the night? Sumner was perfectly fine. Sumner was perfectly ready to go. But you want to put Patty Mills and Seth Curry out there together? I'm going to keep it a bean. I know I've been giving that man some praise lately. I don't want to see Patty Mills again. I don't care how many threes he hits. I don't care if he's Ben Simmons' emotional support animal. I don't care. Get him out. I don't want him on the team. That man is a walking defensive liability in a literal sense. Get him out! If one of them's got to stay, it's going to be Seth Curry. But I don't want Patty Mills anywhere near this team. Stop tweeting pictures of him. Stop forcing it down our throat like he's Mr. Vibes. I don't want to hear it. Get him out! Worthless. Absolutely worthless. Get him out! You got all that talent on the bench. You got Cam Thomas just wasting away, but you wanna try your hand at. You got 30 post players over there, just on Onyeka Okongwu going to funky town in the post. You gonna let AJ Griffin get his stuff off. Nasty. Bogey out there handling his business. Thank God they traded Red Velvet. Thank God Herder's gone because he would have cooked us too. And the amount of time that Patty and Seth Curry were left out there was disgusting. It wasn't like a couple plays and then they pulled the plug on it. Jacques Vaughn had them two bums out there for at least half the third quarter. I was astonished. I felt like Drake's kid. I was Adonis. Despicable activity. But then Jacques Vaughn gets right back to his weird shenanigans he's doing with Watanabe on my wrist. Another game where he is leaving that man in there and having Ben Simmons sit on the bench. Now I'll get into my Ben Simmons take later on in this video. But I want to know what Watanabe is doing out there to constitute him having these late game minutes. He's a spark plug off the bench, and he plays some great defense here and there, but Ben Simmons needs to be out there. If we're going to give him all this money and excuse the fact that he's basically a stand-in Draymond Green, which I'm still not over, you got to at least make him do his job. When DeJounte Murray started to go off, all I could think of Is Jesus Christ on ice. We need Ben Simmons out there. We need someone to slow that man down, because John Collins, our Lord and Savior, sorry, James, John Collins, the future president of the United States, and I will be voting for John Collins, but that's not here nor there. So you can go ahead and get your Republican, Democrat stuff off right now, because when John Collins runs, 7-man young, 7-man's voting. I might be on the ticket, who knows? But when John Collins was starting to catch fire, Royce O'Neal was preoccupied with him. But for some odd reason, Ben Simmons was not out there. And DeJounte Murray is just going to town. And all I can think to myself is, where the jive is Ben Simmons? He allegedly plays defense. That's what he's out there for. Lord knows it's not for scoring. God, and how many times was this man directly under the basket and he's not finishing? Just put the ball up, bro. You're almost 7 feet tall. Getting sick of Ben. And I know he's not out there for scoring. I get it. He moves the ball. He's a pass first dude. I get it. Like, I'm not stupid. I understand it. You're looking at someone who defended Elfrid Payton for like 2 years straight. So, like, I get it. I understand what his role is. I understand what he does. But to be getting paid as much money as he gets paid for, and for him to be out there doing his John Stockton impression, is despicable to me. Contribute, you bum. At least score your jersey. That's all I'm asking. Give me 10. That's not asking that much. Give me 10. Oh, God, it should not have been that difficult to beat the Hawks. And it's no slight on them. Y'all know how I feel about Atlanta. Y'all came to my hometown today. They had to check past me before they went to State Farm Arena. They gave me that. They said 7-man young, 7-man, the youngest of the 7-man, the greatest there has ever been. It's nice to be down here. I said, whoa, hey. It's nice to have you. You feel me? They checked in with me. They checked in with me before they went down there. Y'all came to my hometown. As a matter of fact, squad in the living room right now. After the Cavs game, you saw Kevin Durant and you saw Ben Simmons in the club. Now they staying at my house tonight. You feel me? Like I'm handling stuff down here. Y'all came to my hometown. So I know what they're capable of. I know what they're working with. I know you can never count them out. But when this bum is not in the lineup, you're talking about the most heliocentric offense in the entire association. You can say, oh, Luka this. You can say, oh, Jokic that. But at the end of the day, the most heliocentric offense revolves around this man right here, Trae Young. And when he's not out there, it's a free-for-all. You never know what you're going to get. It's like Tom Hanks and his box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But for some reason, we struggled. For some reason, we just couldn't get it together. And you could point to maybe Royce O'Neal wasn't having the most amazing shooting night of all time. Kyrie Irving waited until the end of the game to have a pulse. You could say that, even though Royce O'Neal hit a really clutch basket. You know, maybe Watanabe wasn't getting the open looks he was accustomed to. I really lean towards the fact that we had that weird lineup of Seth Curry and Patty Mills out there, that really took a toll on the momentum of the team and what we were able to accomplish out there. I think that did more damage than what people will give it credit for. Like, past my jokes and ranting, I seriously think it took us a while to bounce back from that. Something else I'm a little bit upset with is I'm a little bit upset with Kyrie Irving. I understand he scored a bunch of really clutch points, and that's great. That's spectacular. That's amazing. But he almost shot us out the game. The shots he did hit, super awesome, amazing stuff. But the ones when he misses. But just saw when Kevin Durant got the ball. KD immediately went to his to his spot, and scored effortlessly. Kyrie Irving, on the other hand, will much rather go to Karis LeVert offensive land and never come back. He'll just hoist and hoist and hoist and hoist and hoist. He ain't even thinking about passing. He's not even thinking about ball movement. That's another reason why I wanted Ben Simmons out there to move the ball around. I mean, it was straight Kyrie ISO the whole fourth quarter. It was Kyrie versus Atlanta. And again, it's cool when he makes the shots, but that's not how we've been conducting ourselves on this winning streak. That's not how we're going to get this championship. That's not how we're going to go deep into the playoffs through straight ISO. It's not going to work. For two reasons. One, it's a team sport, and the team is constructed around us sharing the ball and using all of our weapons. I haven't used the Gundam example in months, but you have to use all your weapons available, and Kyrie Irving is one of our two decoys. When they double and collapse on Kyrie, when everyone's facing Kyrie because he's just flicking the pro stick, that's when someone goes in for the backdoor cut, or you swing it over to Watanabe or something like that. But we're all just standing watching Kai. That's not how that works. That's number one. Number two, talent-wise, Kyrie is not who you think he is. And I know you don't want to hear this on a win streak, and I understand that. But some of y'all, especially y'all stans, need to hear this. Kyrie is not who you think he is. He will shoot you out of the game. He'll do it. I've said it on multiple occasions. You can call it what you want. Kyrie Irving alone does not result in wins. We've seen this before. It's a team game. It's a team sport. This isn't 21. It's not king of the court. It's not 1v1. It's a game. It's a team game. And we got where we are because we share the ball. We got the ball movement. Nobody knows what to do because you got to guard all of us. When you got Claxton literally grabbing lobs and dunking backwards multiple times in a game, get other people involved. I can't tell you how mad I was watching Kyrie almost lose the game for us. But you want to get down to the real nitty-gritty of it. You want to get down to the real truth behind all this. People always come at me because I have so many spicy takes for Ben Simmons. Let me throw it back at y'all. Some of y'all don't know basketball. I didn't want to do this. We're coming off very positive times. But some of y'all don't know basketball. Some of y'all just look at dudes that score a lot of points and say, well, agaga. Buddy, that's not how this works. The reason why Iverson ain't got no rings. It's a team sport. What makes this team so successful, what has made this team so dominant, and what has given us solidified wins is because the whole team is involved and the whole team is getting their stuff off. Not because we have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. That's part of it. This reminded me of the Steve Nash days. I don't want any more games like this. I thought we were past this. And okay, they won. A dub is a dub, I'll give you that. But I don't want to see another performance like this, especially against the team without their star player. You want to talk about Russell Crowe? Call me a party pooper. Say what you want to boot me down below. I don't care. I know what's going to get us where we need to go. You know what's going to get us to where we need to go. And ISO ain't going to do it. It's not going to do it. But hey, we won 10 games in a row. We continued to shoot up the Eastern Conference standings. No one can stop us. I'm proud of us. I think we've had better performances and better games, but I'm proud of us. And everyone's going to pat Kyle on the back and say, oh, amazing job, he's not human, blah, 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 blah. I won't. I'm simply going to keep screaming from my couch, pass the ball, you bum. That's not here there. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game. I didn't find it as thrilling and exciting as others. I was annoyed. Should not be that hard. It should not be that hard to beat the Hawks without Trae Young. And Clint Capella. Did DeAndre Hunter play? Like, I don't even think Justin Holiday played. They're missing like a bunch of people. Like, I don't want to. I'm done. I'll see y'all next game. Let's see what that game is. We are playing. What do we play next? Cue the Slow Nets app. We are playing. Our next game is the Hornets. That's on Jesus, we don't play again until Saturday? It's going to be a minute. Well, I'll see y'all on Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We play the Hornets. That should be yet another dub. So that should be 11 straight wins. Hopefully we remember how to pass the ball. Fingers crossed. I'll see y'all Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week.